So before we start, a brief disclaimer, because by all means, I am no styling guru. So it depends on your opinion if it looks nice, what we're going to do. However, I can point you towards the styling options that we can use within the page builder. So let's give it a try. The page that definitely needs a makeover is our homepage. So let's go to the homepage to check out the styling options that we have. So if I, try and view my homepage live, I can press the compile button to see what it looks like in a live view. Then, we see this page, but I actually want my image that I have up here to be just as wide as the entire menu bar. And I don't want it to be as high as it is, because right now it takes up a really big amount of space compared to the menu bar. Next to that, it's a really wide background. I might not want everything as wide as you see right now. So let's change it up. In here, we have multiple options, and one of the options I've already shown you, and let's go over it again. When you select a column, there are multiple options that you can change, such as alignment. So do I want to show something on the left side? Do I want to show something on the right side? Or vertical alignment? Do I want to show something on the top or the bottom or in the middle? But there is also something like outer spacing and inner spacing. Some of you might notice as margin and padding. But what this basically means is, do I want more space inside this column around my media component, or do I want more space outside of this column around my column component? So if I pick some more outer space, so for example, let's say medium outer space, then between the blue line you see over here and the menu bar, a bit of space will be created. So there you go. However, this also impacts the size of my media component. So if I go back to none, then you can see my media component takes up a bit more space again. If I want my media component to take up the entire space of the column, I can say I don't want any inner space in my column, so that this takes up the entire space. So if I test this out, then you can see it takes up a little more space, but it still doesn't take up the entire width of my screen. And we can do that by going to the row component. The row is set to an extra large width, but not the full width. And if we do that, then nothing changes within our page builder page. However, when I press play, it takes up the entire width of the page. And again, it is a really, really big image, so we can change that up as well. So there are multiple options where we can change the height of a component, or maybe of a row itself. And you can do that when clicking on the component, and down the options you have height options. When you use it for the media component, you set it for the component itself. So let's say we can set it to 150 pixels. However, when I set it for the column, so I can do this for the column as well, 150 pixels, then the column and everything inside it will be adjusted to the 150 pixels. So make sure that you look out what kind of height you're changing. If it's the component itself, if it's a column, or maybe if it's the row, because this all changes whatever is inside of it as well. And a thing aside from this is color, because we've been changing sizes right now. But another thing that I want to show is, I've got this hello user, welcome to my website, but I want everything behind this to also be the same color as the header, so that it almost looks as if it's one whole item. So I'm going to change up the spacing so that it uses up all the space. And I'll go back to the row, make it use the full color. And here you can set a certain kind of set colors. These set colors can be changed within the theme builder. So as you can see, I've now set the background color to light, so that when I press play, it has a gray border on top and a gray border in the middle. And we can change the way that light looks via the theme builder. And we can go to the theme builder by going to tools and then the theme builder option. So within the theme builder, we can change a couple of things. First of all, our color palette. This color palette is based off a couple of colors, so such as primary, secondary, success, etc. all these colors will be changed. If you change one of these colors, it will be changed anywhere within your application. So if I change primary to, let's say, purple or yellow, etc., or just back to primary, this will be changed everywhere in your application after you click Save and Apply. You can also do this for typography, body for the borders, and basically for the sizing in your application. So for now, we've used light. However, for light, I want it to be a bit more purplish gray. So let me look at some purplish gray. Here we have some purplish gray over here. So we've made it a bit more light. Instead of gray, we go for a bit more purple. So this is set. And if I press Save and Apply, this will automatically be applied to the items that use light in my page. So let's go back to the page. And as you can see, it is a different color right now. And for buttons, you can also click on a button itself. In this case, let's go to a card button. And buttons themselves also have styles. You can add new styles, or you can pick one of the pre-defined styles. In this case, we've changed the style called filled, and we've updated it so that it aligns with all the styles within the page. So if I update this style to be, let's say, a bit more, well, dark blue, or let's make it green just to test it out, and we update this, and as you can see, the other buttons get updated as well. So feel free to look into the styles, look into the color palette of your application, and adjust it to your corporate color palette, for example, or to your own preferred color palette, and try out your wireframe. Give it some different option, give it some different looks, and see how it feels and how it works out. And well, I'd be happy to look at all the wireframes you're making.